guys, welcome back to the third lessons of Python variables. So in this lesson, we do some extra thing about functions. So what a function is, there are pre-built functions or user can create their own functions. So pre-built function, there's a good example such as print functions. So points out the informations you typed inside these brackets. But how do you create your own functions? So by creating your own function, you can creating various different things use this function to do. Like you can use this function to plus or minus something, or you can use this function to print out certain words or something. So when you want to create your own function, you use a div front. So you use the div command or front to afterwards, after the div, you just give your function a name. The name you can use but not to some specific names. So after the name, you gotta need a brackets, and after the brackets, you still need a mark. So that's how you create the functions. So as you can see here, so what a function will teach you to, will make you to do is just wait. So for this part, this part is calling a function. So you can use this calling function to call the functions, and afterwards, the function will just do what's inside these functions. So in here, it will point out Python is plus x. So x is awesome. So let's see what this will looks like when we print it out. So let me run it. Run module. Okay, you can see here now it's pointing out the Python is awesome. So because this command is inside the function, and when we call in the function, it automatically does what's inside. So guys, so here you can see I adding some code inside this part and this part. Let's see what's happened. So as you hit here, this time it points out one variable. So a variable is still the x, but it got two different results. Why? Let's see. So when the variable first been designed, it's awesome and it's outside of the functions. So but when we write in the functions, I had changed this x into fantastic, which is the second value here. So when I point the this x variable inside function, it will point fantastic instead of awesome. So this is because even you change a variable inside the function, it did not affect the variable outside the functions. So basically, the function or the variable inside the function, it's local variables. So actually now it's two different variables. So when you use a function, it will point out another value which is stored in the local variable x. However, there also is one way you can change inside the function and also affect outside. So to do this, you have to use a global keywords, global x. So in this way, afterwards you change inside this function, it will also affect outside the functions. So let's see. So as you see here, now it's both point fantastic. This is because the outside function, the variable x, has been changed from awesome to fantastic. So but you remember you have to use in the global values to global the x, so you can change it inside your functions. With another function, I give it the name as my function2. So my function2, I had changed the value x again. So I change x to the fun, and I point out after the function1 and the main program. As you can see here in the third line, it points my Python is fun, so that's correct because I have changed the X value to fun from fantastic. But what things after I want to remind you is if you use another function like my function 1 after my function 2, as you can see here, my function 1 will always change your value to fantastic when you use it. So you can't stick with fun if you using another function after function 2. So it will keep, so it will change to the fantastic instead of fun. So when you coding, you might notice this. So it's good to think look at those type of errors first, so you can get a clear idea of how it happens. So that's it. Thanks for watching these tutorials. And next few days I would make a new video since I had purchased some computer parts and build a new PC. So if you want check it out, just subscribe to his channel and also don't affect if also click a like button if you like this video.